Now, I don't often get excited when I get a new camera to review, but I was excited this morning when the new Firefly 8 SE turned up. I've tested all of their cameras the last couple of years. They've all been excellent, and this is the first with a touchscreen. The original Firefly 8S was a great camera, produced great results, good lens, lovely colour. The major difference between the original 8S and the 8SE is the touchscreen. It's also got a different lens, which is apparently going to improve a problem they had called purple fringing, which I never noticed anyway. Comes in two versions, 170 degree lens or a 090. Now 170 degrees wide angle is the same as pretty much all other action cameras. 090 is a narrower field of view, and it might suit people that don't like that fisheye effect that you get with a wide angle lens. I'll do a field of view comparison between the 090 and the 170 in the test clips. The Firefly 8S here is in fact the 090 one. It's quite a different looking lens. The camera's got the Umbrella A12 chip and the Sony IMX117 sensor, and that's the same sensor that's used in the GoPro Hero 4, the IT5E and the SJ-Cam SJ7 Star. So very good sensor and a good processor. A couple of other minor differences. You can see that's got ventilation holes on the front. They've also changed the LED. But apart from that, it's much the same structure, same size case, and incidentally it's the same size as the SJ-Cam SJ7 Star, although that is more expensive. Other differences, weight wise, the new 8SE comes in at 70.7 grams, actually slightly lighter than the Firefly 8S, which is interesting. Incidentally, you can use these for FPV, that's first person view, if you're using it for flying a drone and you want to attach a camera to it. So that extra 5 grams might make a difference. Well, the original 8S was a great camera, and I'm expecting this will be even better. The first test clips I've taken have been really superb, as you'll see when we get to the test clips in this review. Right, so just for a change, instead of looking at the accessories first, I'm going to look at the camera first. Now, first thing is, it doesn't come with a card. I'm going to use a Samsung 64 gig class 10 with a little 3 there. If you intend to record in 4K, you do need one that's high speed. Will take up to 128 gig. Now the card goes in, logo side towards this end, just there. So let's take a look. On the front here you've got the power button. Press it for a couple of seconds and it turns on. You've got what they call a little selfie mirror, which I guess helps if you're into taking selfies. You've got an LED there that flashes when it's recording. This has got a different lens to the 8S, but the same wide angle, 170 degrees. On this end you've got micro USB for charging, retrieving files. It will record while you're charging if you want to make long time lapses. And of course you can use it as a dash cam, so you'd have to power it up using it as a dash cam. And if you go into power settings, you can set it so that it will fire up when the power comes on. You've got an HDMI micro socket there. If you've got a suitable lead, you could plug into your TV and look at your videos. On the top here you've got some ventilation holes. You've got a little tab there that's for putting a wrist loop on. You've got the shutter button, which used in conjunction with the power button, which has got a little M for mode. You can change modes by scrolling through using that and that. And you've got some scrolling buttons on the end here. In the base, 1/4 inch tripod mount, which is a useful thing to have, and of course the battery compartment. Battery is the same size as in the 8S, and it just pulls out, slides in there. It's pretty obvious. Right, well, this is the short version of my review, so I'm going to go straight to the test clips now. If you want to see a version that tells you how to use the Wi-Fi and how to operate the camera, then click on the link for the long version. Well, I hope you find the video useful. If you enjoy it and you enjoy my reviews, why not click on subscribe and click on the little bell and you'll get a notification when I post another video. Thanks for watching. But here we go, here are the test clips. Right, same old test shot, but this first one is at 4K because I'm going to zoom in on the shop signs so we can see how good the lens is. Now you've got some detail here way off into the distance down into the harbour, and then detail on the brickwork and the shop signs. Now here's the same shot at 1080-60. The EIS gyro stabilisation is on, and these are default settings. So if you just turn the camera on, this is what you get. Now this is 1080-60 Super View, and as far as I can see, EIS gyro stabilisation doesn't work when you're in Super View. So I'll now go back to 1080-60 normal view, and this is 1080-60 normal view in video, of course.
Anyone else for Tinmouth?
Right, so here's my motorcycle vlogging camera case. An old case which I had where the clip had broken. As you can see, no clip on the top, hence the rubber bands. I've just used the scalpel blade to cut a suitable hole in the side here so that the USB plug can go in, like so. Of course it won't be waterproof around the socket, around the plug, but it probably wouldn't take much to make a little rubber gasket to go around there. So the thing to do now is I'm going to go and test it. Right, well here's my motorcycle vlogging test with the Firefly 8 SE using its external microphone. Probably get a bit of a wind noise because I've got a flip up helmet and it tends to be quite noisy. So this is with the visor down and this is with the visor up. Probably sounds less echoey. It'll be interesting to see. Very low sun at the moment, so I don't know how well the camera's doing because I can't see anything at all really. stop to put the mic in a slightly different position. See what the sound's like there. And that's visor down. And also to put my sun visor down so I can see where I'm going. Hopefully not quite so much wind noise. So at least this gives you a chance to see how the camera performs in sort of evening light anyway, as opposed to the best light of the day, midday. And to give you an idea how well it'd work as a dash cam. Well, so much for that. Seafront closed, it said. And the reason I was going to the seafront was it's the local bike night, when there's usually quite a few hundred motorbikes on the seafront, on the promenade. But with a bit of luck, it'll be open from the other end. We will see. No, another road closed. Oh well, forget that. I know why. It's Painting Carnival tonight. So we scrubbed plan A and we'll have to go to plan B. Well, that was a good diversion. Taking me nowhere. Taking me nowhere except into a traffic queue because everyone's confused. Right, I think it's time to stop the camera. Well, so much for the trip to the bike night on the seafront. I think we're going to make it a lovely trip to the supermarket instead. I hope you find it interesting. And this is visor down. And we're still with the external mic. I don't know what SE stands for, maybe it's Super Edition. So this is visor down. Ooh. And that's visor up. Probably sounds better with visor up. And here's a bit of the never-ending roadworks around this ring road, which has been going on for so long now and never makes any improvement. When I wake up in the morning light, sunlight fills my eyes, then I look at you, and it moves all right with me. Cheers, thank you. Right, so here's a field of view comparison. Between the 90-degree field of view lens and the 170-degree field of view lens. I don't know if you can see much difference there, but one is 090 degrees, the other is 170. I think it's more apparent on the fencing here, where you can see quite a difference in how much fence you can see on the right hand one compared to the left hand one.